topic is the facial nerve. So facial, first of all, we will see the introduction of the facial nerve. Facial nerve is the seventh cranial nerve. It is a mixed nerve with motor as well as sensory roots. It is also known as queen of the face or the nerve of the second brachial arch. We will see the functional components of the facial nerve. The first of all, we have the special visceral efferent. Efferent मतलब जो मोटर से कॉर्टेक्स से एंड जो जाती है टुवर्ड्स द पेरिफेरी, दैट इज द इफरेंट. एंड विसरल इज द विसरल, दैट इज द विच इज द विसरल, दैट इज द विसरा. एंड स्पेशल इज द स्पेशल विसरल इफरेंट. It goes for the muscle, that is it is the nerves that comes, that the axons of the neuron of these axons are present on the cortex, and from there the axons goes and form the efferent nerves and goes for the muscles of the facial expression, and it also elevates the hyoid bone. Then we have the general visceral efferent. It is parasympathetic. These are secretomotors to the submandibular and sublingual salivary glands, lacrimal glands, and the glands of the nose, palate, and the pharynx. Okay, so this is the special visceral efferent. This is a special visceral efferent. This is the motor nucleus, and their efferent, their axons go to the facial muscles and it elevates the hyoid bone. This is the general visceral efferent. It is a parasympathetic and it carries the parasympathetic fibers or secretomotor fibers to the submandibular and sublingual salivary glands, lacrimal glands, and the glands of nose, palate, and pharynx. Then we have the special visceral efferent. So efferent means from periphery towards the cortex. Okay. Now we have first general visceral efferent. The efferent, it carries the sensation from the above mentioned gland, that is submandibular glands, sublingual glands, lacrimal glands, and the glands of nose, palate, and pharynx. Then we have special visceral efferent. It carries the taste sensation from the anterior two-thirds of the tongue except the circumvallate papillae and from the palate. Okay. Then we have the general somatic efferent fibers. It innervates the skin of the ear. Nerve, it is a nerve that does not give any direct branch to the ear, but some fibers may reach it through the communication with the auricular branch of the vagus nerve. So auricular branch of the vagus nerve carries some fibers from the facial nerve, which goes to the that is known as the goes to the ear. That is the depth of the external acoustic meatus. वहाँ पे जाती है through the auricular branch of the vagus nerve. Now it also carries the proprioception from muscles of the face and travels through the branch of the trigeminal nerve to reach the mesencephalic nucleus of the nerve. Now we will see the nucleuses of the facial nerve. We have the four nucleuses of the facial nerve, which is situated at the lower part of the pons. The first nucleus is the motor nucleus, which is also known as the brachiomotor nucleus. This is the motor nucleus. Okay. Then we have the superior salivatory nucleus, which is a parasympathetic nucleus. This is the superior salivatory nucleus here. Then the lacrimatory nucleus. They lie close to each other. This is the lacrimatory nucleus and superior salivatory nucleus, and both are parasympathetic nucleus. Then we have the tractor solitarius. The tractor solitarius, this is the tractor solitarius. It is a gustatory nucleus, and it receives the sensation from the anterior two-thirds of the tongue and from the soft palate. Okay. So red one is the efferent, so it carries the sensation from periphery, that is from the anterior two-thirds of the tongue, and the rest is this is the motor, which carries the fibers from center to the periphery, and lacrimatory and superior salivatory nucleus are the parasympathetic nucleus, carry the secretomotor fibers from center towards the glands. Then we will see the course. The course is dividing into the internal course, यानी कि वो course जहाँ ये brain में जाता है, so that is the internal course, and the superficial course, that is the nerve when it moves outside the brain. ठीक है. First of all, we will see the internal course. The internal course है यानी कि nucleus से कैसे start हुआ, कहाँ से brain से निकला बाहर. तो motor fibers passes first. You will see the internal course. So this is the this is the motor, this is the nucleus of the facial nerve. So the axons arising from this nucleus, it goes dorsally and medially and form a loop around the abducent nucleus, and this loop is known as the facial colliculus. When it piles up and it forms the elevation on the fourth ventricle, that is known as the facial colliculus. ये आपने पढ़ा होगा न्यूरोएनाटॉमी में. So how facial colliculus is formed? It is actually the axons of the motor nucleus of the facial nerve looping around the abducent nerve. ठीक है? So this is the internal course. So when it comes from the brain, it comes out from the brain, that is known now, it is known as the superficial origin. यानी कि superficially कहाँ lie करती है. The facial nerve is attached to the brain stem. This is the brain stem. ठीक है? It is attached to the brain stem with the help of two roots. That is, this is the pons, this is the pons, and this is the medulla. At the junction of pons and medulla, just this is the vestibulocochlear nerve, just medial to it. Okay, just medial to vestibulocochlear nucleus, we have the facial nerve which is attached at pontomedullary junction with the help of two roots. The one is motor, just lateral to it we have the sensory. ठीक है, तो facial nerve is attached to the pontomedullary junction, just medial to the vestibulocochlear nerve with the help of two roots. The one is motor, ठीक है, the another is sensory. The sensory nerve, the sensory root is also known as the nervus intermedius. ठीक है, so the sensory root lies between the motor part of the facial nerve and vestibulocochlear nucleus. So facial nerve consists of two parts. The facial nerve proper, that carries the motor fibers arising from the facial motor nucleus in pons. The another one is the nervus intermedius or the sensory root. It is a sensory root lying between the facial nerve, जो अभी मैंने बताया, and the vestibulocochlear nerve. It carries the parasympathetic fibers from superior salivatory nucleus and taste fibers to tractus solitarius, जो अभी बताया था मैंने यहाँ पे. So this is the motor root and this is the sensory root or nervus intermedius. Motor carries the motor fibers to the facial muscles, and the sensory, that is the nervus intermedius, it carries the taste sensation from the anterior two-thirds of tongue and the parasympathetic fibers from the superior salivatory nucleus that lies in the pons towards the glands. Now we will see the intracranial course, यानी कि cranium में ये कहाँ से इसका course होता है. So the nerve passes laterally with the vestibulocochlear nerve to the internal auditory meatus. This is the picture of the internal auditory meatus. तो facial nerve जो होती है, it runs along with the vestibulocochlear nucleus. So this is the picture. This is the cranium. ठीक है, this is, you can see this is the cranium, this is the anterior cranial fossa, this is the middle cranial fossa, and this is the posterior cranial fossa. So this part is known as this is the petrous part of the temporal bone. This is the petrous part of the temporal bone. और यहाँ पे इसी petrous part of the temporal bone के अंदर हमारी internal ear होता है. ठीक है, तो ये है internal acoustic meatus. यहाँ से भी और यहाँ से भी आप देख सकते हो. This one, ठीक है. So this is the internal acoustic meatus, यहाँ और यहाँ, petrous part of the temporal bone. ठीक है, so यहीं से जाती है दोनों nerves, vestibulocochlear nerve along with the facial nerve. The vestibulocochlear nerve forms the groove, यहाँ देख सकते हो. So this is the internal acoustic meatus. ठीक है, so external acoustic meatus भी होता है ना, जिसको हम कान कहते हैं. तो internal acoustic meatus भी होता है जो cranium में होता है. तो facial जो vestibulocochlear nerve क्या होती है, वो that forms the groove, and in this groove lies the facial nerve, and between motor part of the facial nerve, and between the motor part of the facial nerve and the vestibulocochlear nerve we have the sensory part, that is the nervus intermedius. So this is the internal acoustic meatus. So we can see we have the facial nerve proper, and nervus intermedius, and with the vestibulocochlear nucleus. Along with it lies the labyrinthine vessels also. Now if we will see the bottom of the internal auditory meatus, that bottom of that meatus is divisible into the two parts, the upper part and the lower part, by the transverse crest. ठीक है? So the upper part we have the canal for the facial nerve. So when it reaches the canal of the facial nerve, which goes to the internal ear itself, these two roots, that is the motor root and the sensory root, join together to form the single trunk. ठीक है? So when it goes inside, this is the internal acoustic meatus along with the vestibulocochlear nerve. Here we have the motor facial nerve proper and nervus intermedius. So this is it passes through the facial canal. It is the bony canal present in the petrous part of the temporal bone. So it runs through this bony canal, and which is present in the petrous part of the bony canal. यहाँ पे देख सकते हो, यहाँ पे जो हमारा इंटरनल एकॉस्टिक मेयाटस है, तो आप देख सकते हो यहाँ के अंदर, इनसाइड दिस बोन वी हैव द बोनी फेशियल कैनाल, दैट इज द बोनी कैनाल. So inside this it is the bony canal. So inside this bone we have the internal ear. Then we can say it joins together at the bottom and forms the single trunk. So in the facial bony canal, it runs laterally above the vestibule inside the internal ear. Internal ear जब आप पढ़ोगे अब तब जानोगे कि what is the vestibule of the internal ear. So just above that vestibule, it runs laterally. ठीक है? जब ये internal ear में जाती है, then it shows a sharp bend and enters the middle ear cavity. Here you can say, so after reaching the medial wall of the middle ear, तो इंटरनल ईयर से जब ये निकलती है तो अब इसको कहाँ जाना है? मिडिल ईयर में. तो मिडिल ईयर में ये एक शार्प बैंड दिखाती है. यहाँ पे एक शार्प ये निकल रही है वहां से बोनी कैनाल में और एंटर कर रही है. दिस इज द मिडिल ईयर. तो यहाँ पे एक शार्प बैंड दिखा रही है. तो शार्प बैंड गोज बैकवर्ड. So it goes backward above this is promontory of the middle ear cavity. Promontory is a elevation in the middle ear cavity on its medial wall. जो medial wall of the middle ear cavity होती है वहाँ एक elevation होती है जिसको हम promontory कहते हैं. Just above and behind it runs in the medial wall, in the medial wall, then the posterior wall of the middle ear cavity. ठीक है? जहाँ पे मैंने आपको बताया था sharp band होता है, वहाँ पे क्या हो जाता है? It dilates, the bony canal dilates, and at this band we have the ganglion. ठीक है? That ganglion is known as the geniculate ganglion. This is the geniculate ganglion. जहाँ पे इसने sharp band दिखाया जब ये internal ear से निकली और middle ear में गई, तो वहाँ पे जो sharp band था वहाँ पे ganglion है. This is the geniculate ganglion. ठीक है? So then it runs vertically downward behind the promontory. यहाँ पे ठीक है? तो it goes vertically downward behind, this is a promontory, behind the promontory it goes vertically downward and passes and comes out from the cranium through a stylomastoid foramen. ठीक है? Here I can see where is the stylo. This is the stylomastoid foramen. So this is the stylomastoid foramen. ठीक है? This is the mastoid process. This is the mastoid process, and here we have the stylomastoid foramen. From this foramen, facial nerve exits from the cranium. Now we have the extracranial course. When it emerges from the stylomastoid foramen, it runs forward and enters the posterior medial surface of the parotid gland. And within this gland, it divides into, this is a facial nerve, ठीक है? So it divides into the upper part and the lower part, upper trunk and the lower trunk. Upper trunk is known as the temporal, so it is the temporal bone, so it is known as the temporofacial, and the lower one is towards the cervix, so it is known as the cervicofacial trunk. So within the gland, within the parotid gland, it divides into the two trunks, temporofacial and cervicofacial, and runs within the parotid gland. So when it comes out from the gland, through its anterior surface, it is divided into the 5 terminal branches that I told you in the last time when I told you the facial face. Then I told when the facial nerve comes out through the anterior surface of the anterior border of the parotid gland, its branch divides into the 5 parts, just like the foot of the goose. That is why it is known as the pes anserinus. And what are these terminal branches? These are the upper one is temporal, then we have the zygomatic, this is buccal, marginal mandibular and cervical. Now we will see the different branches of the and distribution of the facial nerve. So within the facial canal, first of all we will see the within the facial canal which branches it gives. First branch it gives within the facial canal is the geniculate branch. तो यहाँ पे देख सकते हो, मैंने आपको बताया था जेनिकुलेट गैंग्लियन है वहाँ जहाँ पे ये शार्प बैंड दिखाता है. तो फ्रॉम दिस जेनिकुलेट गैंग्लियन द फर्स्ट नर्व इज द जेनिकुलेट पेट्रोसल नर्व, सॉरी ग्रेटर पेट्रोसल नर्व. सो दिस इज द पेट्रोल पार्ट ऑफ द. तो यहाँ पे ये जो हाइएटस है, यहाँ पे ये ग्रूव है, यहाँ से निकलती है ग्रेटर पेट्रोसल नर्व. ठीक है, यहाँ से. So greater petrosal nerve is the first branch of the facial nerve within the bony canal. So जब ये भी bony canal में ही है तो वहां से निकलती है first branch. So this is the geniculate ganglion. ठीक है, जब ये मिडल ईयर में गई तो यहाँ पे गैंग्लियन है, वहां से जो पहली ब्रांच थी ग्रेटर पेट्रोसल नर्व. जो ग्रेटर पेट्रोसल नर्व होती है, the greater petrosal nerve arises from the geniculate ganglion and it leaves the facial canals and enters the middle ear cavity, middle ear fossa through the hiatus for the greater petrosal nerve. So this is the hiatus. This is the hiatus. Hiatus matlab opening, the hiatus of the greater petrosal nerve. Then after coming out, it joins with the deep petrosal nerve. So this is the deep petrosal nerve carries the sympathetic fibers from the cervical plexus. ये जो रूट है ये मैंने आपको पिछली बार भी बताया था जब लैक्रिमल ग्लैंड का पैरासिम्पैथेटिक इनर्वेशन बता रही थी मैं. तो दिस इज द सेम वन. सो व्हेन इट जॉइंस विद द डीप पेट्रोसल नर्व इट फॉर्म्स द नर्व ऑफ द टेरिगॉइड कैनाल. तो नर्व ऑफ द टेरिगॉइड कैनाल ये भी है हमारी, यहाँ पे नर्व ये टेरिगॉइड कैनाल होती है. ठीक है, यहाँ से जब बाहर निकलती है, यहाँ से भी देख सकते हो. ठीक है, थोड़ी डीपर में होती है. ठीक है, जब ये नर्व ज्वाइन होती है डीप पेट्रोसल नर्व के साथ, ये बनाती है नर्व टू द टेरिगॉइड कैनाल. टेरिगॉइड कैनाल भी एक कैनाल है क्योंकि उसके थ्रू जाती है. देन इट रीचेस द टेरिगोपैलेटाइन फोसा. दिस इज द टेरिगोपैलेटाइन फोसा. ठीक है, ये है टेरिगोपैलेटाइन फोसा. तो दिस इज द टेरिगोपैलेटाइन फोसा. ठीक है, ऐसे देख सकते हो. ठीक है, सो हेयर यू कैन सी. सो दिस इज द एक्सेला बोन, दिस इज द टेरिगो. ये अंदर फोसा होता है जिसको हम टेरिगोपैलेटाइन फोसा कहते हैं. इसके ही अंदर टेरिगोपैलेटाइन गैंग्लियन होता है. तो वो टेरिगोपैलेटाइन गैंग्लियन इज ए पैरासिम्पैथेटिक गैंग्लियन. जब वहां पे ये रिलाई करते हैं, देन वहां पे रिलाई करके पोस्ट गैंग्लियोनिक पैरासिम्पैथेटिक फाइबर्स निकलते हैं. दैट देन जॉइंस टू द zygomatic-temporal nerve and then that zygomatic-temporal nerve goes to the lacrimal gland and the seromucous gland of the nasal cavity and oral cavity. So it supplies the parasympathetic fibers to the lacrimal gland. ठीक है, then we have the nerve to stapedius. तो यहाँ पे हमने देखा था we have the within the bony canal the first nerve which arises is the greater petrosal nerve. So within the bony canal is we have the another nerve that is the nerve to the stapedius. So the another nerve that arises in the bony canal is the nerve to the stapedius. It supplies the stapedius muscle. Okay. Then we have the another nerve that is the chordae tympani nerve. So we have within the facial canal three nerves, that is greater petrosal nerve, nerve to stapedius, and chordae tympani. Chordae tympani joins the lingual nerve and supplies and carries the sensation from the anterior two-third of the tongue. Then we have, as it comes through the stylomastoid foramen, it gives branch to the, it gives the posterior auricular nerve, ठीक है, and the digastric nerve and the stylohyoid nerve. तो तीन nerves देती है जैसे ही stylomastoid foramen से निकलती है. Then the terminal branches are temporal, zygomatic, buccal, marginal mandibular and cervical, and give some communicating branches. Now we will explain each one. The first one, greater petrosal nerve, I explained. Now we have the nerve to stapedius. It arises just opposite the pyramid of the middle ear, वो आप पढ़ोगे, and supplies the stapedius muscle. The muscle, what is the function of that muscle? It actually dampens, यानी कि it lowers the excessive vibration of the stapes caused by the high pitched sounds. In case of paralysis of this muscle, even the normal sound appears too loud and it is known as the hyperacusis. यानी कि अगर इस मसल का फंक्शन क्या होता है, क्योंकि ये मसल स्टेपीज के साथ अटैच होती है, तो इसका फंक्शन क्या होता है, जो एक्सेसिव साउंड होता है उसको, उसकी वाइब्रेशन को कम करता है. अगर इस मसल की पैरालिसिस हो गई इन केस ऑफ द स्टेपीडियस नर्व जो होती है पैरालाइज हो गई, तो वो क्या करता है, तो जो नॉर्मली हम जो नॉर्मल साउंड होता है उसको भी वो हायर पिच में सुनाई देता है, जिसको हम हाइपर एक्यूसिस कहते हैं. Then we have the chorda tympani. It arises in the vertical part of the facial canal, just 6 mm above the stylomastoid foramen. Then it runs upwards and forwards here. So this is the facial nerve. It arises from the the vertical part of the facial nerve. जिसको course था middle ear cavity में vertical course था, तो वहाँ just above the 6 mm from the stylomastoid foramen. So it runs upwards and forwards, crossing the handle of the malleus. ठीक है, this is the malleus. It crosses the handle of the malleus, passes just near the tympanic membrane. ठीक है, and comes out through a fissure that is known as the petrotympanic fissure. Here you can see that this is a petrotympanic fissure. So this is the petrotympanic fissure. ठीक है, ये दिस इज द पेट्रोटिम्पैनिक फिशर. तो यहाँ से यह कॉर्डा टिम्पैनी बाहर निकलती है एंड जॉइन्स द लिंगुअल नर्व at an acute angle, and through this lingual nerve it carries the parasympathetic fibers to the submandibular gland and sublingual gland, and carries the taste sensation from the anterior 2/3 of the tongue towards the center. ये देख सकते हो. So it comes out through this petrotympanic fissure. ये this is important. ठीक है, here you can see the chorda tympani is joining the lingual nerve. Now we have the posterior auricular nerve. It arises just below the stylomastoid foramen and ascends between the mastoid process and external acoustic meatus. This is the external acoustic meatus, this one. ठीक है, this is the mastoid process. So it comes out through this after coming out from the stylomastoid foramen, जो भी मैंने बताया, and supplies the auricular posterior muscle, occipitalis muscle, and intrinsic muscle of ear. Then we have the digastric branch. It also arises to the posterior auricular nerve and just close to it, and then supplies the posterior belly of the digastric muscle. ये important है, just the posterior belly of digastric muscle. And the stylohyoid branch arises from the digastric branch and supplies the stylohyoid muscle. Now the terminal branch, I told you, we have first temporal branch that is divisible into anterior and the posterior one. It supplies the auricular superior, auricular anterior, intrinsic muscle of lateral side of ear, orbicularis oculi, frontalis, corrugator superciliary. Zygomatic branch crosses the zygomatic bone and supplies the orbicularis oculi. Buccal branch divisible into superficial and deep. Superficial lies just deep to the subcutaneous fat, and it is further divisible into upper and lower branch, just one above the parotid duct, one below the duct, and supplies the muscle of that vicinity. Marginal mandibular, it runs below the angle of the mandible, deep to the platysma, and crosses the body of mandible and supply muscle of chin and lower lip. And cervical branch supplies the platysma. Now we have the subcommunicating branch, which is effective for the coordination between the muscles of first, second, and third arch. Now we will see the applied of the facial nerve. The first one is the paralysis of the facial nerve, which is quite common, and it involves the lesion anywhere in the course of the upper motor or the lower motor. जहाँ पे भी कहीं पे भी हो सकता है इसका lesion. So we divide this course, so facial nerve paralysis, into the upper motor lesion and the lower motor lesion, because it is very important. The part of the motor nucleus जो होता है, nucleus का जो motor nucleus of the facial nerve, it supplies the muscles of the lower part of the face. Receives, so this is the facial nucleus. So the part of the motor nucleus which supplies the muscles of the lower part of the face, it receives the corticonuclear fibers of the opposite side only. ठीक है। while as a part of the nucleus of facial nerve which supplies the upper part of the face, तो ये अगर हमारा फेस है, इसका जो ये अपर पार्ट है, इट रिसीव्स बोथ कॉन्ट्रालैटरल एज वेल एज एप्सिलेटरल। तो अपर पार्ट ऑफ द फेस जो है उसको बोथ साइड से फेशियल नर्व्स आती है, अपने साइड से भी और अपोजिट साइड से भी। लेकिन जो लोअर पार्ट ऑफ द फेस आता है उसकी नर्व फाइबर सिर्फ अपोजिट साइड से आती है। तो इससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? सो यू कैन सी, so the upper part receives only the contralateral and the lower part receives the both contralateral and apsilateral. So if the lesion is anywhere from cortex to upper motor nucleus, यानी कि upper motor lesion है, तो lower part of the opposite side of the face is involved. तो the lower part of the face is involved. upper जो part है वो spare हो गया क्योंकि उसको दोनों साइड से आया था, contralateral nervation आया। So if the lesion is the lower motor neuron, both upper and lower part of the ipsilateral side of face is involved, जैसे में इसमें। So this is the upper motor nerve lesion. इसमें क्या हो गया? Paralysis of the lower face on the opposite side, ठीक है। And the lower motor में क्या हो गया? Both sides, upper and lower face, the opposite side में paralysis हो गया। थोड़ा सा ये समझना है, आप एक बार पढ़ोगे तो आपको समझ आएगी। तो अब और एक हमारे इसमें है, दिस इज द इंफ्रान्यूक्लियर लीजन दैट इज कॉमनली नोन एज द बेल्स पैलेसी। सो इंफ्रान्यूक्लियर लीजन में एक तो हमने अपर मोटर लिखा था और लोअर मोटर। तो लोअर मोटर में यानी कि जब न्यूक्लियस नर्व फाइबर्स बाहर निकलते हैं, तो जब वहां पे लीजन होगा तो उसको हम कहते हैं इंफ्रान्यूक्लियर लीजन, एंड द मोस्ट कॉमन इज द बेल्स पैलेसी, ठीक है। What is this? It is it is अभी इसकी जो इथियोलॉजी यानी कि कॉज क्या है, दैट इज द अननोन कॉज। वो क्यों होता है वो अभी पता नहीं है, तो इसकी अलग अलग थ्योरीज है। सो व्हाट इज इट? इज द सडन पैरालिसिस ऑफ फेशियल नर्व एट द स्टाइलोमेस्टोइड फोरामेन। जैसे स्टाइलोमेस्टोइड फोरामेन से फेशियल नर्व निकलती है, वहां पे कोई लीजन होता है, इट मे बी वायरस, इट मे बी एनी कंप्रेशन, व्हाट इज इट, लेकिन वहां पे कुछ हो जाता है जिसकी वजह से जो सडन पैरालिसिस होती है ऑफ द फेस, जस्ट अपोजिट साइड, लीजन के अपोजिट साइड से, क्योंकि इंफ्रा न्यूक्लियर लीजन है। सो व्हाट इट रिजल्ट्स टू द एसिमेट्री ऑफ द फेस। जो नॉर्मल साइड का होगा, तो क्योंकि वहां की मसल्स तो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नॉर्मली करेगी, तो जो हमारा माउथ होगा दैट डिविएट्स टू द नॉर्मल साइड, क्योंकि यहाँ से मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो रही है, यहाँ से नहीं हो रही, तो यहाँ की एंगल ऑफ द माउथ गोज टुवर्ड्स द नॉर्मल साइड। There is a loss of wrinkles, देख सकते हो, loss of wrinkles of the forehead, loss of nasolabial folds, inability to close the eye. There is a drooping of the saliva from the paralyzed side. ठीक है? So this is this, and along with this, so if sometimes what happens, the lesion is above the origin of chorda tendineae. ये chorda tendineae निकल रही थी और lesion इसके ऊपर है, ठीक है? So what happens? So there is a loss of taste sensation from the anterior two-thirds of the tongue. So if the lesion is just above the chorda tendineae, तब sensation from the anterior two-thirds of the tongue is also lost. Sometimes what happens if the lesion is above the origin of the nerve to stapedius. तो ये stapedius कर रही थी, lesion इसके ऊपर है. Then we have the symptoms of hyperacusis जो मैंने आपको बताया था. Now what is Ramsay-Hunt syndrome? It is a herpes zoster of the geniculate ganglion. ठीक है। The symptoms are loss of taste sensation, क्योंकि chorda tendineae भी निकली तो stapedius भी निकली, so there is a loss of sensation from the anterior two-thirds of the tongue, loss of lacrimation, ठीक है, hyperacusis, Bell's palsy and loss of salivation, and there are vesicles on the auricle. वो कब होता है? जब लीजन हमारा यहाँ होगा, this one at the geniculate ganglion, क्योंकि इसमें सारे इन्वॉल्व हो जाएंगे, नर्व टू स्टेपीडियस भी, कॉर्डा टिम्बैनी भी, हमारी सारी मसल्स ऑफ द फेस। तो बेल्स पैलेसी तो होगी, टेस्ट सेंसेशन भी लॉस्ट होगी, हाइपर एक्यूसिस भी होगा, ठीक है। एंड देयर आर वेसिकुलर लीजन्स बिकॉज ऑफ द वायरस। देन वी हैव अनदर क्रोकोडाइल टीयर सिंड्रोम। इट इज एक्चुअली द लैक्रिमेशन ड्यूरिंग ईटिंग। जब हम खाते हैं ना तो आंसू भी निकल रहे हैं उस पेशेंट को, जिनको हम क्रोकोडाइल टीयर कहते हैं। एक्चुअल टीयर्स नहीं है, ड्यूरिंग ईटिंग उसको टीयर्स आ रहे हैं। वो क्यों हो रहा है? इट अकर्स ड्यू टू द एबरेंट रीजनरेशन आफ्टर ट्रॉमा। ट्रॉमा हुआ है फॉर एग्जाम्पल फेशियल नर्व फेस पे, तो क्या हो जाता है जब नर्व रीजनरेट हो जाती है, उस कुछ फाइबर्स ऑफ द फेशियल नर्व चली जाती है रीजनरेशन में टू द सब मैंडिबुलर सेलिवरी ग्लैंड। जो सब मैंडिबुलर सेलिवरी ग्लैंड को फाइबर जाती है उसके साथ मिक्स हो जाती है, तो इट ग्रोज द फाइबर्स ऑफ It regenerates fibers, goes for the submandibular salivary glands and grows in the endoneural sheath of the preganglionic secretomotor fibers supplying the lacrimal glands. तो ये जो lacrimal glands के साथ फाइबर जो जा रही थी और सबमैंडिबुलर ग्लैंड्स को जो फाइबर जा रही थी वो कुछ मिक्स अप हो जाती है. तो जब हम खाते हैं ना तो खाने की वजह से जो स्लाइवा निकलेगा ना सबमैंडिबुलर सैलिवरी ग्लैंड से, उसकी वजह से क्या हो जाएगा, वो भी सेंसेशन हो जाएगी लैक्रिमल ग्लैंड को. तो जब हम खाते हैं तो आंसू भी निकलता है. दैट इज नोन एज द क्रोकोडाइल टीयर सिंड्रोम. थैंक यू सो मच.